It doesn't begin with a bang, but with a slow, quiet vanishing. You're 8 years old, and you're the one who has to remember to pay the bills. Or maybe you're the negotiator between angry voices in the next room. Perhaps your only job was to be invisible, to never, ever add to the chaos. And in that silence, a deal is struck in your soul. I must become the rock because everything else is sinking sand. This is how you learn to trade your childhood for a suit of armor that you can never take off. The world calls you an old soul. They tell you you're so reliable, you're wise beyond your years. But they never ask what you had to surrender to earn those compliments. What was the price of your premature strength? Today, we're exploring the hidden architecture of the mind built by a childhood lost too soon. This isn't just about memory. It's about a blueprint that dictates how you love, how you work, and whether you feel you have the right to exist when you're not being useful. If these patterns remain in the shadows, you'll spend a lifetime obeying rules written by a scared child. Psychologists have a term for this role reversal. It's called parentification. The child becomes the guardian, the mediator, the emotional anchor for the adults who should be anchoring them. This isn't simple responsibility. It's a fundamental rewiring. Your nervous system learns that safety is a condition you must constantly earn and monitor. You become hyper-attuned. A shift in tone, a certain silence, a glance, these are your data points. You are the living alarm system for your family's emotional weather. Love feels less like a gift and more like a transaction. I will manage your emotions, so please don't make this harder. And so, the authentic self goes into hiding. A performer takes the stage, the straight-A student, the flawless friend, the employee who never complains. You wear this costume so well, you forget it's not your skin. You built a fortress to survive and then forgot you were inside. But the child you were didn't disappear. They're buried alive within you, holding a single unanswered question. Who was ever going to take care of me? As an adult, this early programming manifests in ways that can feel like personality, but are really survival strategies on autopilot. You might be fiercely independent, yet deeply lonely. You feel uneasy during peaceful moments, waiting for the other shoe to drop. You confuse being drained with being dedicated. Your worth is tied to your output. Why is it so hard to just stop? Because when chaos is your first normal, your body learns to mistake calm for danger. Stillness feels like a threat. A soft word can feel like a trap. Receiving help feels shameful because your core belief is, my needs are a burden. So why would a child accept this impossible burden? The answer is biological, not conscious. A child's brain will choose attachment over authenticity every time. It will abandon its own needs to secure a bond because that bond means survival. It was an act of incredible intelligence. But here is the cruel twist. The very instincts that protected you then are the walls that isolate you now. We walk through our adult lives as high achievers with a terrified inner child holding the reins. We people please, we over-deliver, we stay small, all to earn a love we were told we had to deserve. We fantasize, secretly, that someone will finally see through the performance, that someone will give us permission to not be okay. That fantasy is the ghost of your unmet childhood needs. It's the echo of a lullaby that was never sung. Healing doesn't start with trying to fix yourself. It begins with witnessing. You must turn toward that buried child and acknowledge what happened. The mind will try to gaslight you. It wasn't that serious. You're too sensitive. But your body remembers the truth. Your nervous system holds the score. The cost of growing up fast is a lifetime of feeling unsafe in slow moments. So what becomes of that child? They become adults who apologize for existing. They become partners who brace for conflict when offered kindness. They become the friend who listens for hours but can't share a single crack in their own armor. They are forever the guardian at their own gate, never allowing anyone or themselves inside to rest. The rescue you're waiting for won't come from outside. You are the adult now. You must be the one to go back, to speak to that young part of you and say the words that were never said. You shouldn't have had to do that. You deserve to be safe. You deserve to rest now. This is the essence of shadow work. It's not positive thinking. It's the courageous act of sitting with the grief that was too dangerous to feel back then. It's mourning the birthdays forgotten, the games not played, the protection you never received. This grief isn't a breakdown, it's a breakthrough. It means the ice around your heart is finally thawing. In your daily life, these old patterns show up in subtle ways. You struggle to set boundaries because no feels like a death sentence to old connections. You attract partners who need fixing, replaying your original role. You feel resentful in friendships where you give but cannot receive. These aren't character flaws, they are echoes. One of the most powerful questions you can ask is, what did I need then that I never got? Listen, the answers are quiet but clear. I needed to be messy. I needed someone to be the calm. I needed to know I was loved just for being, not for doing. Slowly, you begin to give those very things to yourself. This is how you break the cycle. This is how you stop seeking a caretaker in every relationship and become your own source of safety. Your premature maturity wasn't a gift. It was a necessity. But now you have a choice you didn't have back then. You can choose to integrate that strong child, not just obey them. You can choose softness. You can choose to trust that not all calm is a prelude to a storm. The journey won't be linear. Some days you will feel fragile, small, like that child again. Good. That is the point. Welcome them home. Let them speak. Let them finally put down the weight they've carried for so long. You are not repairing a broken thing. You are reuniting with a lost one. Your childhood was interrupted, but your story is not over. This time, you get to write it. Not from a place of fear, but from a foundation of truth. And it begins by simply acknowledging, I see you, I'm here, and we are safe now. If this conversation resonated with you, please give this video a like.